Hello and welcome! Now today I have something quite interesting to show you, and it is the PC Engine console. Now you must be wondering, where did this console come from? Because I'm known as a computer girl. I love my computers. So what am I doing with consoles? Well, it seems that, with consoles like this around, I just cannot help it. They're just interesting and they're starting to fascinate me more so now. Now a bit about the PC Engine itself. Now this is the first in the series. There were others after it, such as the CoGraphics, which is, the one my friend bought, and that's why he sold this one to me. And the only difference between the two is the composite out. This one, the PC Engine, only has RF out, unfortunately. Which, let's face it, to be honest, these days is pretty freaking useless. Come on, composite at the very least. After the CoGraphics, there was the CoGraphics 2, which is pretty much the same. I'm not sure what the difference exactly is between the CoGraphics and CoGraphics 2. Now, the PC Engine by NEC, I believe, was released in 1987, and it's the smallest game console. Just take a look at this freaking thing. It's tiny. It can be, practically covered by a normal standard CD jewel case. However, in the US, it was released as the TurboGrafx 16, which, is a bit bigger. In fact, it's much bigger, and it's filled with freaking air. And to be honest, it's a good console still, but I don't know why it's just needlessly bigger. I just prefer this diddly one. You'll have probably already noticed that it's got some freaking rainbow cable, stuck to it. And that is stuck on a SCART. So this has actually got the RGB mod, which we're gonna take a look at when we go inside this. Okay, what the freak is this thing? It looks like a freaking rivet. It must have been open because someone put this freaking rainbow in here. And, I'm pretty sure they had to open it to do that. So I'm gonna have a bit of a search here. The PC Engine has only one controller port. However, a multitap can be bought to add support for up to 5 joypads. And that would be one crazy game, a bummer, man. I got the bare system without any joypads. Unfortunately, unable to find the official PC Engine pad, I went for a PC Engine to PlayStation control interface, since I had quite a number of PlayStation controllers hanging around here. And since I had my eye on games like Gamala Speed, I thought the analog stick would be interesting to try out. As I said, I could not get the official PC Engine joypad, though I still want to experience it. And the closest I managed to find was the Avenue Pad 3, which was released by NEC themselves. Though it was originally sold separately and not with the units, it does add an extra third fire button which can be assigned to certain games, and it also adds turbo fire to the other 2 buttons. At some point, if I can get the original PC Engine pad at a decent price, I'd still like to get it, since it matches the PC Engine look and appearance, which I actually like. Okay, so filming this another day because I just realized that when I was trying to open this, the screws are not standard. Some PC Engine units actually have this weird screw, this weird kind of rivet-like screw, and it's called a gambit screw. It's very specialized. I think some Nintendo consoles have it also. There's 2 that you can get. I'm not sure if there's more. There's a 3.8mm and there's 4.5mm. This one is 4.5. So let's unscrew this and see what's inside it. Now here you can see there is an RGB mod that's done to this, and of course the other end is a SCART, an RGB Euro SCART, and I'm gonna take a high resolution photograph of this and put it up on the screen. So that is for you lot out there who wish to RGB mod their PC engines. And I have to say it's worth it because it looks freaking good. Way better than the RF that comes with this. You can see it's just like a cable here. Can I be careful here? I don't want to damage anything. Okay. It's very robust wiring, I have to say. So this is a very interesting and neat looking little circuit board here. Let's have a little closer look at it. So this seems to have a lot of custom chips here, and the only one I know out of these is this one, which is the 8-bit CPU, the HuC6280. And these seem to be coprocessors since it's like 6260, 6270, you know. But you know, it's just interesting. I'm curious to know what all these are. I know that this has an 8-bit CPU, however it has like 16-bit graphics, so it's almost as if it's a bridge between the 8-bit and the 6-bit eras, and you know, it's quite unique that way. Now here we see an old friend, 7805 regulators. A freaking real hothead if you put too much voltage into it. Now let's talk about the audio. The part of the system that fascinates and excites me the most, well, depends on what system it is, but anyway, for this, it definitely does. The audio is wavetable synthesis, which is essentially just combining two waveforms together, let's say a sine wave and a square wave, and sweeping between them to create the desired tone. And that's, you know, a crude description in a nutshell. I mean, I'm not good with synthesis, you know, descriptions. I just like basically know what they are, kind of. But yeah, that's my understanding of wavetable synthesis. And yeah, this may not have a dedicated sound chip like the legendary SID of the C64 or the Amiga's beloved Paula, but it still had some depth to it. I mean, it's like some synthesis going on in there at least. And for something that's from, you know, a programmable sound generator or a PSG built into the Hudson CPU itself, it has 6 channels, which is kind of wow. And of course with its CD-ROM add-on, and yes, for those of you who don't know, it does have a CD-ROM add-on. I believe it's the first, it was the first console with a CD-ROM add-on, and or a CD system. And if you think of any 8-bit consoles or computer systems which are or can be CD based, please let me know, because I'd be interested to hear, you know, life surprises you. But as far as I know, this is, you know, the only 8-bit system or 8/16 hybrid system. It actually has 16-bit graphics, by the way, so it's kind of interesting. You know, that's kind of, I mean, that makes it unique. As I said, like a bridge system. With the CD comes CD audio music alongside the games, which is what you're hearing right now as I remove this RGB mod. And yes, I will tell you exactly why I'm removing the RGB mod at the end of the video. And yes, PC Engine has a Shadow of the Beast port, as well as others such as Turrican and Parcel Stars. Now what I'm thinking of here is, you know, just in case I need to put the RGB mod back on again, instead of desoldering these, to actually cut them off the board with a little bit of insulation so I have reference. I know exactly, you know, where they go. If, you know, just in case I need to put them back on again. Now one thing I noticed was this wire here, this gray one, which is included in the photograph actually. I didn't notice it until I started removing. Gray wire goes from here all the way to there. Now those of you who know me personally or have been around my channel for a while will know for sure that I am absolutely fascinated and have a great love for different types of storage mediums for data and games, whether it's a 5.25-inch floppy disk or whether it's, you know, my beloved Amiga floppy disks that I know so well, or whether it's cassette or cartridge, or, you know, the newly, I just recently got a CD32. Whether it's that or, you know, anything else, I'm just absolutely fascinated and in love with like different types of, you know, storage mediums. And, you know, I'm so happy that I'm able to finally add something new. And that is, you know, the HuCard. Now these HuCards work exactly the same as how cartridges work, but it's just like they're cards. They're just, I mean, they're quite sturdy, you cannot bend them easily. I mean, I don't want to try or put any force on it. They are expensive now. And I managed to get these. I got really lucky with a lot of these. So yeah, these, they're just I find them so cool. I find them actually beautiful. I mean, there's artwork on them and it just makes the world of difference. You know, I love that. And it's just like one of these little things, these flat little cards, stores a game. And it's pretty cool. So here I have Bomb Run 94, R-Type 1, R-Type 2, Final Soldier, Superstar Soldier. I actually wanted Soldier Blade, but it was so expensive. I was just like, I cannot justify that. These I managed to get lucky with. You know, I looked around for quite a while and I looked intensely for them and I managed to get some at a good deal, but Soldier Blade was just, it was no way of finding that. But, you know, I'm happy with this now and I think that's enough because I tend to collect like one or two of each you know, platform that I have, each computer or console that I have. I like to collect, you know, one or two physical copies, as you can see here. Now, if you were to get HuCards with a case, as in fully cased, you will notice that they look exactly like CD cases, you know, the standard jewel cases. And inside, instead, you will find, you know, a HuCard. I mean, I'm not sure why they needed one this big. It'd be actually quite cute if they, you know, made it a little smaller. But yeah, here you find the HuCard in a wallet, generally, and you know, it's really nice again with the artwork on the HuCard. I absolutely love that. And this one actually has some artwork on the back. Here, normally they never had artwork on the back. They just had like, it just looked like this. So I'm not sure, maybe this is a newer one, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with this. Again, Gomala Speed here. It feels a little different to a CD case, I have to say. This one especially. The other one is more like a CD case. Come on, open. Anyway, that's the HuCard. It's a different type of case. Now, of course, with HuCards, all you do is just insert them into here, just like you would a cartridge. And then you switch the on button, which also locks it into place. As you can see, a little green bit comes out here. Locks it into place so you cannot remove it while it's in. So that's a nice safety method. Actually, that reminds me of the Japanese Mega Drive, which, you know, you have the cartridge lock when you press the power. And it's kind of like, makes sense. And of course, I just find that really fascinating. You know, it's just, I love it. It's part of the experience for me, you know, physically using physical media like this. I mean, I'm not against SD cards or SD card solutions or anything like this. By no means. It's really nice, it's useful, it's convenient, but you know, I like, this is part of the experience, so I like to experience it every now and then, which is why I've got like a little bit of each console or computer. And I tend to store them in a cassette, you know, case with, you know, I take these out so you can like fit 5 in there. Because I've got nowhere to store these.
It's a little lonely egg now. I'm not doing it to find it more, but oh hi. Remember me? I'm the postman.
Move it.
Bye. Bye, it's been time. I'm just gonna take my time over
These
this.
just look like clementines. These freaking.
Oh, I love clementine so much. They got no seeds and they're like just all juicy and just all. Come here. No, not over there. That's what the bad people are. So did they just make the airport security? They would just stop you and they would no metal on them.
Yes. I went. Probably gonna go again in January. I'm gonna go to Ireland.
Oh, I'm doing so bad.
It's strong.
I'm on red shield. Damn it. I've only got one shield. What's wrong with you? You killed me. Give him. Normal errands.
Look at them. Stop it.
Yes, because of you can go.
They look like
You turned around.
Okay, so let's try Final Soldier with the original pad. So we're trying Final Soldier with the original pad here. And I have to say, it's actually quite comfortable. The pad isn't dinky or anything like this. Ah. And I have to say, it's pretty comfortable. And it really looks good on the CRT. I wish the camera could capture that. How good it actually looks on a CRT. It's just freaking amazing. I don't think any camera, no matter how good it is, can capture that. You can get close, but not quite. You got the PlayStation pad here. Stick it in analog. Let's try with the digital pad first, the D-pad. I mean, it's okay. It's comfortable to play, but it's just a little stiff, if you know what I mean. It's kind of, yeah. Let's try the analog. Yeah, analog's better. But I have to say, the original pad on this is, you know, better than this D-pad. The original, it's more comfortable to play. What I mean is the original PC Engine pad. But the D-pad's actually, I mean, the analog stick is actually, you know, pretty alright. I've never been a fan of the original PlayStation D-pad anyway. I mean, I love the PlayStation pad itself, the gamepad, but not the original D-pad. Because it's just, it's a bit too, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's too stiff. I don't like it. So I'd say, you know, overall, with a game like this, with like Final Soldier or Superstar Soldier or anything, any shoot 'em up like this, I'd say, I mean, you can, on the PC Engine pad itself, it's, you know, it's alright. It's pretty comfortable to play. I mean, as it is with this. I like the this. So let's try Gomala Speed. So Gomala Speed, we're first trying out with the PC Engine pad itself. Okay, so it's not bad. D-pad is pretty smooth, actually. Oh darn, I hit the stupid thing. The music is really nice on this, I have to say. And you have to, you know, surround your food. The stupid thing. Basically, you know that stupid grey thing that keeps going around? That's the enemy. And if it touches your segments that you're collecting, your body segments, it'll separate them. But if it touches your head, it kills you. Ah, you lose a life. Okay, so it's good. It's alright. I mean, it's actually quite playable. The D-pad is smooth. Yeah, that was quite nice. Now let's try this level. I really like the music on this. Actually, you know something? It's the music that made me get the game. And I enjoy the game as well. It's very addictive. Right, anyway, let's try this on the, the PlayStation pad. Let's try the D-pad first. No! No! It's more, the D-pad on the PC Engine is way more comfortable than the official Sony PlayStation pad. I mean, it's doable. As I can just... Oh. It's doable, but my thumb's gonna get freaking tired. And this is gonna be twice as much frustrating. Okay, let's use the analog stick. Oh yeah, this is the best. Analog stick is the best. On Gomala Speed, that is. It really depends on the game. Ah! No! Come on, stupid food. There, okay. Definitely, this game, analog stick is best. But the PC Engine, actually, D-pad is pretty comfortable. It's pretty comfortable. Okay, so overall, I have to say the pad on this pad is actually pretty good. It's not dinky or anything like this. It's a good size, and you know, this is pretty comfortable. I was actually worried, you know, because I got the PlayStation controller first, sorry, the PlayStation converter first, And I was concerned. I was like, okay, playing Gamola Speed, I thought this is gonna be stiff or something like this. It's not. It's not like the PlayStation D-pad. I find this stiffer than this. You can actually, you know, comfortably play Gamola Speed with this. And, you know, these buttons are pretty good, I have to say that. This one, however, games like Gamola Speed, which, you know, require you to do that kind of motion, I highly recommend, you know, an analog pad. You know, it just feels so much nicer playing these kind of games. You'll not, on shoot 'em ups, you won't find much difference between this and the PC Engine, you know, D-pad. It's actually, you know, this is comfortable. But as I said, games like Gamola Speed, you know, this is pretty good. Now, I have to say, I really love this little system here. And, you know, in my personal opinion, I feel this is a very underrated system, especially compared to ones like the NES. I mean, it didn't take off as TurboGrafx in the US as much. And, you know, that is such a shame because it is a wonderful console. Actually, I much prefer this to anything like the NES, personally. And of course, the HuCard system. It's like the HuCards is so cool once again. You know, it reminds me of, you know, when I was little and we had the satellite receiver box system. And it's kind of like when my dad first got the card, I was just like, can I insert, please? He gave it to me and I just went, yee. It's kind of satisfying for some reason. Anyway, it reminds me of that. But I have to say, I really do love this system. It's just, wow, it's just cute. I'm not sure why they made the TurboGrafx so freaking huge. You know, as far as I've heard, it's just full of air. You know, this is just, it's dinky, it's perfect. I like it. Oh yeah, before I wrap this up, and the reason why I removed the RGB mud and just left this with the RF like a crazy person is because, wait for it. Now this is because I've been kindly sent for review the Super ST System 3 by Terry Onion themselves. And I will be reviewing this in the next video, in the next part of this. So that is something to look forward to. So thanks so much for your likes, your shares. Do leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to check out my other videos and do subscribe for more. And until next time, I will say adios. For their generous donations, I would like to say a big thank you to my patrons. And if you wish to support me on Patreon, the link is in the description below, as well as links to my patrons' websites for YouTube channels.